you go. Right, let's see what you got, Callum.
Okay, straight. Everyone, welcome to Boxing Science. Not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. Today we've got a special guest taking Callum Beardo and Nikolai Campbell through like speed, power and explosiveness. It's Ben Simons. I've followed Ben for quite a while on Instagram. His Instagram tag is Ben the Bounce, and he basically does what he says on the tin. Really fast, explosive, and he's a speed and power specialist, but he's also an athlete as well. Bobsleigh athlete, is two-time Olympian, silver medalist in the World Cup as well. And it's great to get him in, to get a different perspective on how to generate force and express that into fast and explosive actions. This is a 4-part series. So here's Ben introducing what we're going to be doing in this video.
Here we've got an explosive throw series, working on rotational power and overloading the stretch shortening cycle.
Oh.
When you set up, right, you can then just like a couple of inches forward, that doesn't block it in, and really get it to them. Right, we've got a couple of different variations we're going to do now to try and develop this. One I'll call the static dynamic. It comes from the Westside guys, and for me it's another good teaching tool. But also, if you want to enter the kind of science of it, you could argue that you're going to get more motor unit recruitment with an isometric, and then you throw it. And you actually then can't use the elastic mechanisms, so it becomes a lot more speed strength based. All I know is it works for teaching, so I use it for teaching. Then I tend to go back to something more elastic kind of thing. So, right, we're going to go straight into it. Nikolai, there you go. I want you to step back with it like that, and then I'm going to hold it. So step back to me, pull against it. Yeah, and what I'm going to do is then let go, and you're going to throw it, Danny. So just keep your eyes on it.
I'm stepping back.
Start at the front. I want you to step into me. Pull. There you go. You see how there's. What you also get is I'm not going to tell them when I'm going to let go. Then there's always a lag. Because they're trying to create some more on the ball. Okay, step in. Nice. See that lag? It's the same with Nikolai. Through the reps, you're going to lose that. Nice. It gets faster every time. There, now we're cooking. Now. There you go. Right, one more.
Yeah. I'm just getting an understanding of exercise and know whether you were just compensating doing that or whether you actually want that for the rotation.
So for me, coming from like track and field, obviously a lot of the things I see with the feet and that I teach in throws come from like discus and hammer throwing. Obviously whether that translates to striking sports is like that's your realm. But for me, if you're developing the kinetic chains a little bit better here, then you can develop more power. And then I don't see this sort of thing transferring to guys like people are worried about you introducing something in training that then breaks down their technique. So you see it in, I do overhead throws with weightlifters, for example, and they're worried, if I'm doing an overhead throw for distance, is that going to throw my snatch off because of my setup on the platform? But for me, it doesn't transfer like that because it's just a totally different realm. And it's the same with your power drills in the gym and stuff like that.
I'm more kind of general for adaptations. So I'm totally agreeing with you on that in terms of like, if you're working with discus throwers, it's about going through kinetic chain, rotational power. And then it's the boxing coach and the boxer's role then to transfer that kind of the physical element to the technical element as well.
And if you think how many times the lads throw a punch in a week compared to how many times they throw a med ball, it's completely. You're better off really ripping this, getting a big load of power. And then you're going to throw however many 100,000 punches a week.
I don't think boxing's too bad in terms of like kind of how does that relate to their techniques. They do like a lot of stuff like kind of general anyway, like press ups, sit ups, everything like that. That's very general. But I know in golf, also massively rotational sport.
I
bet as soon as I start doing like med ball throws with them, scoop
They
it
literally do the
like
same
that
thing.
rather than actually coming round and
Yeah.
trying to get that rotation. They're trying to just like go technique based, and even the coaches are saying that as well. For them to do, you know, oh, that doesn't quite look like the golf swing. Like, it doesn't matter.
This is a problem you get, and I think not only just from like an adaptation standpoint, it's the buy-in standpoint as well. Like I was saying about weightlifters, I don't see it transferring, but I work with some weightlifters that are worried about it making them jump back on the platform.
Oh yeah.
So I'll actually change the throw because it's in their head. Because at the end of the day, I'm only trying to support what they're doing in the weight room.
Yeah.
We're just going to step backwards into it. So you're going to go from there. You're going to step back. You're going to really load that back leg and rip it through. Sorry.
Go on. Yeah, give it what you got.
A lot better when you actually get the stretch shortening cycle involved.
Yeah.
Which doesn't surprise me because with the rotational element, you know, you're always throwing combinations, so it's always contralateral, side to side, so you're always loading it up. But I think where the static dynamic, if you're looking for transfer, the static dynamic will probably come to actually loading up shots from nothing.
Yeah.
So I think that's still important to keep in there. But the other thing is, it's the learning process as well. Obviously, the lads have really felt that.
Yeah.
That tension load up on the static dynamic, and now they're actually putting a stretch shortening cycle into it, they're just ripping it.
Yeah.
Now we want to overload that stretch shortening cycle a little bit.
Yeah. Load up that hip.
Nice.
Cool.
For you, which one did you feel was harder, when they jumped in or when they stepped in?
Steps, yeah.
Yeah.
I felt that.
So what you're seeing is more of a weakness in like what you call the long stretch shortening cycle of the guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not surprising because not much of what they do
Yeah.
is actually that mechanism.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see it manifest there.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to use the full spectrum here.
Yeah.
And within this spectrum, you can pick and choose what you think is going to work well for the lads.
Yeah.
We're going to overload the lateral rotational component again, so I'm going to feed the guys with one man. They're going to. So it's more core than it is going to be back leg now. You're going to stand here ready to collect. I'm going to throw from my back there. And it's going to come into you like that, and you're literally going to throw it.
So I'm gonna. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
So you'll feel like that.
Position,
yeah.
I'm going to feed it to you like that, and I want you to rip it as quick as you can.
Yeah.
It's not a game, it's a rush game.
Okay, good. There we go.
Like that, you've given it some welly.
Yeah.
Like throwing. This is what we do on the workshops.
Yeah.
We do like rotational throws, partner, and they'll just throw.
Yeah,
Like
it's not
that.
the same.
Or when they do
You wanna be honest.
overhead, they just loop it in.
Yeah.
And not really thinking, right, you need to get a trajectory on it.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're overloading that stretch shortening cycle. Because if you're just throwing it, just softly,
Yeah.
you're not meeting the.
So as I was feeding out, I got a little bit stronger each time.
Yeah, it's good.
So essentially, what the step in, I'd say, is longer SSC.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is now getting shorter.
Yeah.
What I'm going to attempt to do now. This might fall flat on its face,
Yeah.
but now we've moved to the fast stretch shortening cycle stuff.
Yeah.
I want to really start overloading that calf complex of the lads.
Yeah.
So obviously, for most of the shots they throw, obviously it's coming from the floor first.
Yeah.
So they skip a lot, like you say.
Yeah.
If we overload that, can they still stop the calf collapsing? So again, this is going to be quite a quick throw, lads. So you need to step back into it like that. So do you know what? As a learning, I'm going to start literally like there.
Yeah.
But I want you to be on your front leg, just to rock back into it. Yeah, rock back onto the. So you see how your ankle went down, foot went flat. Yeah, try and keep it stiff. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's the second movement. See that's what I expected. That looks really good.
Yeah.
But obviously the lads are in that realm where they used to be in that
Yeah,
stance. So if you step back into it now, that should overload it a little bit more. There we go.
Keep your upper body straight. Just turn into it a little bit.
Oh, just straight.
Yeah, straight. That's it.
Yeah, that's really good.